right, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile for the second straight year is Goldencents. We're joined now by, on the left, trainer Leandro Mora, in the middle, owner Glenn Sorgenstein, and on the right, co-owner Josh Kaplan. And Glenn, maybe we'll start with you. Talk to us about the feeling of winning this race the second straight year and the heart and determination that Goldencents showed in the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, he just did everything to plan. And the hard work to get here, I can't tell you how much it means to have a guy like Leandro by my side and Doug O'Neill at the helm. I mean, these guys do an incredible job. They're there for us 100% and for this horse. And we just couldn't be happier. I mean, everything just worked according to plan, and we have these guys to thank.
And I'm sure we will have questions about Doug, but first we're going to address the race. And Leandro, could you tell us about your perception of Goldencents today and what you thought of the way the race unfolded?
Well, during the race, I sweat twice cold. Earlier on, like about 3/8 of a mile, I didn't see the one who was chasing us. I kind of started getting worried, but that's nervous on any horseman. When Tapitur was coming up, I started to sweat cold again, but then it was all over. So, but I have so much confidence on this horse. This whole week, he's been so kind, so great, so brave for everything. Has not tell us anything wrong. So that's when you feel confidence that you may be okay for the race, though.
Out of the gate, Bejarano really had to ride him to get the lead. Were you concerned when you saw how hard it was to get there?
Very concerned, because he usually is the first one to come out of the gate, and this time he was a little tight there. Must have a little reason that he moved a little bit, and you never know if the handler kind of try to hold him up a little, like calm him. And it takes like a split of a second for that to happen. But Rafi knows the horse so well, so he did the right thing, though.
Josh, your perceptions of the race, and what are you feeling right now?
Well, I mean, you want to first talk about the race. I mean, obviously, Leandro mentioned, hustling out of the gate. He's, this is the reason why we went to the dirt mile and not the sprint, because you get out of the gate like we did now, and you're going to have a heck of a lot of trouble in the sprint. And we figured, just like last year, the dirt mile, you can make a few missteps, and that's what happened in the very beginning of the race. And then he hustled back out, got the lead, and yeah. Are you stressed? Are you a little bit nervous when he's running the 44 flat? Basically, yeah. I mean, that's I think it was faster than last year, but hey, he did. He, like Leandro and everyone said, he showed the heart of a champion, and this horse, is just incredible.
Leandro, this is the second year in a row that he went 44 and change and was able to carry that speed to the wire. Talk to us about his natural ability. How can a horse go that fast and carry it through a mile race?
So, okay, well, that's first of all, his guts. That's him. He's an old pro, and he takes big lungs, and I believe this horse carry the biggest lungs I've seen it. This one, and I'll have another. To all my experience, are the horses who can run as fast as long as you can and still breathe well. So that's what it takes for 44 and going on, and not every horse have that. That makes a big difference.
Now, Glenn, the trainer of record for this horse for every start up until this one was, of course, Doug O'Neill, who's not here today.
Right.
Not allowed to participate in the Breeders' Cup due to a medication violation in New York. So could you talk about Doug, his work with the horse, and then also your feelings on him through all this controversy?
Well, Doug is a great guy. We feel he's been given a very bad break, very unfair break. He loves this horse. He loves every horse in the barn. And Doug is quite possibly the kindest guy I've ever met. He has such great character, and any of you that have gotten to know him can attest to this. He's a kind, gentle soul, and it's killing us that he isn't up here with us, relishing in all of this. But I know he's back home watching. I spoke to him before I came to the track today, and he's close by. So any minute from now, we'll have a phone call with Doug and join him in this celebration.
Josh, any comment from you on that?
Not only is he an unbelievable trainer, unbelievable care for the horses, but he's truly a great friend. And like anytime a friend things come into question, you find out who your friends really are, and Glenn and I are there for him, and Leandro and the whole team, and I'm so happy that this happened today, and I wish Doug was here to celebrate with us. It's unfortunate, but there'll be other times, and we're a team. That's what we'll say.
Leandro, what's it been like around the barn not having your leader there?
Pressure, but because he, up to us, the whole points I'm talking about, he's the leader. He's our leader. I know I have experience, but I miss my leader. But I have great support behind us. Glenn and Josh, and also Mr. Paul Redham, we saw as a big supporter. So that'll make us feel more comfortable and just keep going with the game. They trust us, they believe on us, they believe on Doug. They know we have nothing, we did nothing wrong. So that's what makes a big difference in the friendship between the owners and the trainer.
All right, we've covered that, so let's go back to today's race. Goldencents was getting leg weary in the stretch, it's fair to say, and started to drift a little bit. What did you each see there in the final yards, and talk about, again, the heart as he was definitely tiring?
Well, he's drifted. He's had a history of drifting. I mean, I think there was actually a race, I think the Bing Crosby, we put blinkers on him, I think. And one race he raced with blinkers. And because we thought he's always had that problem in the stretch. And if you look at the last few races that he's had, he's, from the Met Mile to the Santa Anita Sprint, he's opened up the rail and he's kind of drifted out. And we were a little bit nervous, but hey, that Tapiture is a heck of a horse, and you got to give, what were they, like 5 or 6 lengths clear of the field, right?
Oh, at least probably
8 lengths clear of the field. Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, that Tapiture showed, is a great 3-year-old and probably has a real promising career next year, and we wish we were there to,
Maybe we will. You never know.
Well,
and that actually was going to be my next question. So what happens now for Goldencents?
Goldencents goes off to Spendthrift on Sunday, 2 days from now at 2:30. Everybody who's been associated with them is invited back to the barn. We're going to have a little barn party at 1 o'clock and walk them to the van. I know, speaking for myself, there will not be a dry eye in the backstretch, but he's going to spend his second career at Spendthrift Farm, and all the guys at Spendthrift have been absolutely great, from Ned and Mark, Wayne. They've all spoken so highly of the horse, and he's going to be fully booked for next year as a first-year sire, and we think he's going to be a great one. So you're going to see a lot of Goldencents babies in years to come.
You guys have all been associated with some very good horses, but could you talk about Goldencents in the context of your careers in racing and more about what he's meant to you? Maybe Leandro, you can start with that one.
Well, actually, I have no words. I'm a positive person, and anything that comes right after Goldencents, we have to treat him just like him. And if we're lucky to have another champion, it's more than welcome. But he's a hard labor, and Goldencents is going to be missing, definitely be missing. He's been a nice horse to be around with, including our the gentleman who was grooming his horse since day one. He's been in love with it, along with his son, Jairo, and their exercise boy, Johnny Garcia. We're all going to miss the horse, but hopefully we have a replacement, but it's not going to be easy then.
We do, Papa Kate.
There we go. We have a new champion.
Josh, for you guys as owners, what has Goldencents meant over the last few years?
You really can't put it in words. I mean, Glenn and I have, we've been involved, obviously not through ownership since we were kids, and you always dream of that brass ring, and let's get it, and this horse has just opened our eyes to a brand new world of what horse racing could be like, and look, it's not like we paid millions of dollars for this horse when we first started out, and it just goes to show you that any horse at any time can be a champion, and that's what we ended up with, and there's no words to describe that. So,
are there any questions from in the room? Danny Brewer.
Leandro, from the beginning, was the game plan for Goldencents simply on delay?
Yes, certainly. His idea. No, yeah, it was actually. That's the way he likes to run, though. And then he has won a couple races from off of pace. Seranita Derby, he was not on the lead, but his style has changed a little bit, and he likes to fight. So that was the idea from the beginning.
Now, as far as the heart of a champion, the final furlong really exemplified that, you feel like?
Well, yeah.
What was the time?
I don't know.
135.
135? Yeah, beautiful. That's, we can't ask for anything more. And, you know, when you talk about a 44 half, he's now set the barometer for half miles in this race. And
Yeah, we need to.
if any other horse can run a 44
come try it.
and win, good luck.
We need to change a little bit. Last year was a different dirt than this year. Last year was a sizzling fast dirt track,
Yeah.
which 108 was easy to handle it. He did it super. Of course, that doesn't take nothing against him. This is clay, the one we're running on this year. So 44 is a tiring 44. So
Yeah.
it takes a
Agreed.
big thing on a horse.
Yeah, there's no one going to say a speed bias this year because that was last year.
Do you do anything different to prepare when you know it's a horse's last race and you can just leave it all out there? There's nothing more in the future?
When a horse is a champion like that, you don't want to do any changes. Just try to keep him fit as long as you can, and then make him feel comfortable. And he was actually getting ready with those past races. We followed the same path as last year, thanks to our connections over here. We followed this exactly what we thought it could have been better for him. So that this is the payoff for it.
Claire Novak.
Hey, Leandro, can you just talk about what made you want to do what you do, and maybe your early days with horses, and what made you love them and get involved in racing?
What made me loving racing? Oh boy, that's a tough one. I came here back 1977, and I saw the majestic horses here when I was a kid, and I started to get in love, and that's not going to change on me. I love these horses, and when we lose a horse, it's like losing a kid or a family, and so that's not easy for all of us, especially like Goldencents. It's good thing he's going to go to have some good life, but if we go to Kentucky, we go to visit him all the time. So we didn't lost him. Actually, we have him still.
This is for Trainer Mora. When you do not want to be a trainer anymore, you can turn to professional handicapping. The comment you made after the post positions were drawn. We won out of the 12 hole last year, and we drew number one today. Yeah. Now, my question to you is, when you drew post one, in your mind, was the deal signed and delivered?
Actually, it was a better sign than last year. We were hoping to have like an inside number, but not number one. But once we got number one, we settled for it. We were worried about being load first, which usually number one loads first. And here they load 1 to 5 and 5 to 10. So usually the 1 goes in and the 5 goes second and on. So it worked out really good. The horse handled pretty good when they were loading him, and we took it from there.
There's a question from the audience here. They just want to know simply, how do you guys do it?
How do we do it? What's the secret?
They put the money, we work.
Yeah, simple mathematics. We write the check, he goes to work, and everything.
It's a little piece of paper, has a bunch of numbers on it, and a signature.
Well, the last 2 years, you guys have made it look very simple here on Breeders' Cup Day. Congratulations
Thank
to
you
you
so
all.
much. Thank you.